She's not afraid of making a fashion statement, but fans had a thing or two to say about Kim Kardashian's latest bold look. The reality star, 44, dropped a slew of snaps documenting her latest adventures in Paris, which saw her clad in a feathered pale yellow duster, plunging lace top, tan high heels and a rather out-of-place accessory, a navy baseball cap. A day in Paris. Kim, who has been in the French capital to testify at the trial of a gang accused of robbing her at gunpoint in 2016, captioned the Instagram post, which she shared Sunday. Of course, the odd combination did not go unnoticed by Instagram followers who poked fun at the unusual pairing in the comments section. Couture show at 5, baseball game at 6, one hilariously remarked, "Stunning outfit," one commenter began before calling out the cap. "But why the hat? It looks ridiculous. I don't get it, a hat with an elegant dress," sobbing emoji. "She's beautiful though," another wrote. "That cap, blue hat emoji, just ruins the whole look," another posted, adding a face slap emoji for good measure. Another claimed Rihanna was the only person who could pull off the look. "Sorry, this literally style only looks good on Rihanna. She should have wore a Knicks or Yankee hat," another joked. "Well, that just looks ridiculous," one wrote with two laughing crying emojis. "This outfit is bizarre," another wrote. A fan of the outfit said, "Love the look, not a huge fan of the hat with it, but whatever, she still looks good. It's very interesting and fun. That's what I love about fashion, it's art and some people just don't get that." Kim wore the look last Tuesday for lunch with her mother Kris Jenner. Kim traveled to Paris to testify at the trial of the gang accused of robbing her at gunpoint in her Paris hotel room in 2016. She took the stand last Tuesday and also attended Lauren Sanchez's bachelorette party in the City of Love on Friday. A source close to Kardashian has since told DailyMail.com, "Spending girl time at Lauren's bachelorette was a great way to end the week after testifying. She's glad it's over but thankful she was asked to testify as part of the trial." Last week Kim made a tearful appearance to testify in court at the trial of a gang accused of robbing her at gunpoint in her Paris hotel room in 2016. The reality star broke down in tears as she told the court she forgives the defendant, despite fearing she was going to be raped and killed during the $10 million heist. Kim arrived at the court wearing a $3 million necklace by Samer Hylime, New York, crafted in 18K white gold and featuring 80 diamonds, culminating in a 13-carat pear-shaped center stone. She added a Sloan-paved diamond ear cuff worth $8,300. Inside the courtroom, Kardashian broke down in tears as she shared her fears that she thought she would raped that evening. Kardashian stood in the packed courtroom across from her mother. As she entered the Voltaire room, the star was greeted by cheers of wow from the audience. Her voice broke as she sobbed while telling the courtroom, "I just want to be heard and understood. I appreciate the letter, those words. I forgive you, but it doesn't change the emotion and the feelings, the trauma, and my life being changed forever." After the judge read aloud an apology note written to Kardashian in 2017. "I came to Paris for Fashion Week. Paris was always a place that I loved so much. I used to walk around the city when I woke up in the middle of the night. I always felt very safe." Kardashian told the court, "It was around 3 in the morning. I heard stomping up the stairs when I was in bed. I kept calling out for my sister and one of my best friends, but no one answered me. And in my bedroom come in a few police officers, or what I assumed were police officers as they were in police uniforms," she said, recalling the night of the robbery. She told the court that the attackers arrived dressed as police officers, with the concierge in handcuffs. Kardashian described how they tied her hands with cable ties, dragged her to the bathtub and pointed a gun at her temple. One robber gestured toward her ring. Then I heard one of the gentlemen forcefully say ring, ring, in English, with an accent, pointing. The suspects are accused of tying up Kardashian with zip ties and duct tape before making off with jewelry, including a $4 million engagement ring given to her by her then-husband rapper Kanye West, now known as Ye, according to investigators. And I was still in such shock, because honestly a lot of terrorist attacks were happening in the world, and I thought it was some sort of terrorist attack, and I didn't immediately understand it was for my jewelry. They pulled me back in the room once they realized they had everything, and they threw me on the bed. I was pretty hysterical and I just looked at the concierge and told him what is going to happen to us. I have to make it home to my babies, Kardashian said. She said at one point she feared she was going to be raped as the robbers threw her on the bed and one of them grabbed her leg. But he ended up tying me up and closed my legs, she added. I thought about my sister, thought she would walk in and see me shot dead and have that memory in her forever. I absolutely thought I was going to die. After a few minutes, I didn't hear anything, so I moved over to the sink, and it was a marble sink, so I cut my ties. When I got downstairs, Simone, her stylist, let me know that she had called my sister Courtney, and her and the security were on the way. We weren't sure at that point if they were going to come back. So we ran on the balcony to hide in the bushes. I remember calling my mom from the bushes to let her know what happened. And then I think while we were waiting for my security, we were trying to come up with a plan, if we should jump from the window, as it was just a one-story building. French prosecutors say the men who orchestrated the heist, most in their 60s and 70s, were part of a seasoned criminal ring that tracked Kardashian's movements through social media. Two of the defendants have admitted being at the scene. One claims he didn't know who she was. 12 suspects were originally charged. One has died and another was excused due to illness. The French press dubbed the group Les Papis Braqueurs, the grandpa robbers, but prosecutors insist they were no harmless retirees. Eunice Abbas, 71, who is among the 10 suspects standing trial, many in their late 60s or 70s and dubbed the Grandpa Gang, has told French media that he and others who took part in the robbery did not know who Kardashian was. It's not her, it's her diamond we targeted, Abbas told CATV a few years ago. Abbas has admitted his participation in the robbery, writing a book about his role. In interviews with French media, he said he was sorry for what he did and wanted to apologize to Kardashian. There is no possibility of a guilty plea in such cases, and Abbas is standing trial despite admitting to playing a role in the robbery. Frank Burton, a lawyer representing 68-year-old Omar Kedik, nicknamed Omar the Old, said last month he hoped the fact that Kardashian is a global star won't affect the trial. Kedik is accused of being the gang's ringleader, which he denies. This trial attracts international attention because of who the plaintiff, the victim, is, Burton said. Kardashian jetted into the French capital last Monday, sharing a picture of her view from the plane that she captioned simply with a French flag. While it is not known what the Skims founder got up to the night before her day in court, her mother Jenner took to Instagram to reveal she had spent the evening at dinner with partner Corey Gamble and Michael Coast. The suspects in the trial are accused of tying up billionaire Kardashian with zip ties and duct tape before making off with jewels, including a $4 million engagement ring given to her by her then-husband rapper Kanye West, now known as Ye, according to investigators. Cameras are usually not allowed in courtrooms in France, and Kardashian's testimony was not broadcast live.